Hi, I'm Les Moreland. I'm the current commander, AMVETS Post 2006 here in Leesburg, Florida. And we're a proud sponsor of Central Florida Salute on the YouTube channel. I'd like to have you check us out on our Facebook page or whatever. Our address is 500 North Canal Street in Leesburg, Florida. To all you veterans out there, come by and see us. We salute you for your service and thank you very much.
Welcome to Central Florida Salute YouTube. I'm your host, Bob Peters, coming to you from Eagles Area 4273 in beautiful Okahumpka. I have a lady with me now. Her name is Candy Davis. You are with the Daughters of the American Revolution, as I said.
I am today's DAR.
DAR, what can I say? It changes lives.
I'm so proud of the work we do. The lady in the DAR is such an inspiration to me.
I love DAR.
I'm today's DAR.
I am today's DAR.
I'm today's DAR.
I am today's DAR.
I am thrilled to be a member of the DAR.
I represent today's DAR.
I'm today's DAR. I am today's DAR.
I am today's DAR.
And we are today's DAR.
What does the Daughters of a Revolution do? How did it form?
Okay. The organization was formed in 1890, so we've been around for a very long time.
You look good for your age.
Thank you very much. In the years since then, there have been over 1 million women who have been inducted into the organization. There are 3,000 chapters in every state, 12 foreign countries in the District of Columbia. Currently, there are about 190,000 members that are currently out there. Florida is one of the states with more members than some of the other states. We have about 11,000 members, about 110 chapters. And our chapter, which is the Mary Ellen Robertson chapter, is a Leesburg chapter, and we have about 50 members. So there are a lot of ladies all over the country and in foreign countries that are members.
So tell me, how does one qualify?
Okay. To be a member, you have to be at least, well, you have to be a lady, first of all. You have to, you have to be at least 18 years old. And you have to be able to prove that you have an ancestor who contributed to the American Revolution. They didn't necessarily have to be a soldier, but they had to contribute in some way with goods or medical help or something. Or, of course, a lot of them were members of the Continental Army or the militia. And that's how you become a member.
Wow. And what are some of the things you ladies do?
Well, our mission is threefold. We like to promote patriotism, historic preservation, and education. So most of the things that we do have to do with one of those three categories. We have 50 different committees. Most of our work is committee work, and most of them apply in some way to one of those three areas. So there's a vast amount of things that we do.
Yeah, I know. I've been with you ladies down at the airport.
Right.
With the plaque you put on the building.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, that would fall in the category of historic preservation. That plaque was placed, one of our members, actually our regent, Cheryl Winter, it was a project that she started and initiated as a group project, and it was to commemorate the fact that that airport was a training base for pilots for World War II. So she felt that it was important to have that marker put there.
Yeah, it is. And I've talked to some friends of mine who were historians, and they said also prisoner of war camp down there.
Yes.
And after the war, a lot of, mostly German soldiers, they didn't want to leave.
No, they actually liked it there.
Yeah.
They actually, when it was a prisoner of war camp, they didn't really have any, they weren't fenced in any way, because they said that the conditions were so bad back then with the swampiness of the land and the amount of snakes that they had, that they didn't ever want to go off off the campus of the camp. So, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of history around people don't know about.
Yeah.
So, do you guys meet regularly, or?
We do. We do. We meet September through May. A lot of our members are snowbirds, so during the summer, a lot of our members are not local. We meet the third Saturday of every month, September through May.
And we talked a little bit about some of the projects you did. But what do you got coming up? Anything? Can you?
Well, we have certain things that we do that are ongoing projects for us. In conjunction with the Lake County Water Authority, we have joined the Adopt a Lake program, and we do water testing and lakeside cleanup monthly for them. We have a book club that we do monthly. We have the Borley Historic Nature Park in Leesburg. We have a little museum there that's local history, some of the pioneer families.
Where's that?
It's on Canal Street.
Oh, I know the place.
Yes.
Yeah, you go down and there's a house in the back.
Yes.
But you can't go into that house, right?
No, you can't. That's the Borley home, and it's lived in by a deputy sheriff and his family that sort of serve as caretakers for that area. But we have the little museum there, so that's something we do all the time. We're also a partner with the USA Vietnam War Commemorative Group, which is sponsored by the Department of Defense. And it will go through 2025, and we do a lot of things to show our appreciation for the Vietnam veterans and to our support.
Yeah, I was at one of your events, Cheryl was there, and I'm trying to think where it was, but yeah, you got the pins. It was a pin ceremony.
Yes.
I've gotten mine, but
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's an important thing for us. Every year we judge the Lake County History Contest. We sponsor essay contests for students, and they have the ability to win a scholarship based on their essay. We have so many projects going on, it's hard to even think of what they all are. We also give awards in the community to community members that do things for veterans or to promote the community, good things that they do in the community. We also sponsor a lot of events for Constitution Day, which is September 17th every year. And nationwide, DAR has what they call a bell ringing every September 17th at 4 p.m. I don't know if you know about this. And we usually end up on Town Square, Leesburg, either in our costumes or in our polo shirts, and we have our bells, and at 4 o'clock all across the nation, DAR members are ringing their bells.
Yeah, I've seen that before, and it's quite impressive. And you wear robes that are clothing that goes back to that 1775, 76?
A lot of our members do have costumes that we wear, yes. Another important thing that we do in the community is we serve as the docents for the Moat Morris House, which is the historic home in Leesburg,
which
owned by the
is
city.
open, by the way, on was it the second and fourth?
The second and fourth Saturday. It was open yesterday. I was there.
Were you? I was
serving.
there about a month ago with my wife.
I was there. I was there the
right.
day you were there, yes. And that's something that we've been doing since they reopened.
Yeah, that's free, and if people want to go, it's right there in Leesburg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so we really enjoy doing that, too.
That's good. Quite a bit of history with that house there, the fire that they had there, and they had to rebuild it all.
Yes, they just opened 2021 June, so they've only been reopened after the fire for just a little over a year now.
Yeah, you ladies give like a tour, right?
Yes. Yes.
So if somebody wants to know about that, I guess they go on the website, or is our phone number if they got to make an appointment, or what?
There is a website. It's actually on the City of Leesburg website since it's owned by the city. Or if you just, type in Moat Morris as a keyword, it'll take you there.
Oh, good.
But
good.
yes, we give tours from 10 to 2, two Saturdays a month.
Well, like I said, my wife and I went and did it. It's nice. It's a
Yeah.
nice day to spend some time.
Yes.
And I'm assuming you visit schools a lot, or no?
We do. We visit schools. We have ladies, we have a group of ladies, a troop, I would say, within our group called Women's Voices in History. And there are a number of ladies that portray a character in history. One of them had to do with women's suffrage. One of them was a spy during the Revolutionary War. One was portrays a woman who pretended to be a man so she could fight in the Revolutionary War. So we have another couple of women that also, one who portrays one of her own ancestors who was kidnapped by Indians during the 1700s. And they do a lot of shows, not just for schools, but many for schools. They do a lot of things for some of the home schools. We also have a member who is a Revolutionary War reenactor, along with her daughter. Now, her daughter is not local, but she does things representing us for schools that have to do with Revolutionary War battles. So yes, we do a lot of things education-wise.
Yeah. They have reenactments all around every once in a while, right?
They do. Since Florida is not really a state that had much action during the Revolutionary War, since we weren't really
weren't here
of the country at the time, maybe not as much in Florida as in some of the other states. But they do have some in Florida that are, not an actual battle that was fought here, but just, a reenactment.
Yeah. Up in Mount Dora, the Legion up there. Have you ever been there?
No.
Well, Catherine Wilgus, she is a United States Navy vet, Lieutenant Commander, I believe she was. She works a lot with Ashley's House and with Marie on the Villages for Veterans. Very great lady and veteran, and she was instrumental in helping put in a mural there that shows women soldiers, and you talk about going into the Revolutionary War. She's got a picture of that lady and the story about how she fought, and she got away with it until she got wounded.
Yes.
And then they realized, this ain't a guy. you know, but women have done so much over the years for our country, and the Revolutionary War, they would do everything.
Yes.
And it's great. I think that's a great project, or a great group you have there. But you get together nationally or anything like that once a year?
We do. We have a state organization. We have state conferences. We also, our national organization every year in June has what we call Continental Congress, and our headquarters are in Washington, D.C. We own an entire city block, 2 blocks from the White House.
Wow.
The largest amount of real estate owned solely by women in the country. And it's beautiful buildings.
That's the largest, but basically my house is owned by a woman too. Run by a woman.
All homes are run by women.
Yeah.
But and so we do have once a year. It's almost a week. Almost a week, a convention, and I just got back from it. I went this year. It was my first time going, and it's incredibly impressive.
I'll bet.
On the grounds is, we call it Constitution Hall, and it's where most of the events are held. And it's the largest concert venue in Washington, D.C. It's used, for private concerts, you can go to. And that's where we have most of our meetings. And it was very impressive, the ceremonies. The speakers that they have, they give awards to different people, patriotic awards or whatever. They gave an award to the Secretary of the Navy, who is an immigrant from Cuba. His name escapes me at the moment. He got an award. They gave an award to Mark Milley, who is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He spoke that night for about 20 minutes. It was incredibly inspiring. So it's a great thing to be able to go to that event once a year.
Yeah, and I always say if you want something done right or done, you go to the ladies, because that's the way it usually is anyway in any organization I've been in. But how did you get started? What prompted you to say, hey, I'm going to go to the DAR?
Well, I was interested in genealogy and kind of wanted to get started in that. My mother had always told me growing up, oh, we could be in DAR. I didn't know what it was, and, she explained it to me. So I joined Ancestry.com, started looking around, and realized, oh, she was right. I can be in this. And DAR, on their national website, which is dar.org, has a huge database of patriots. And they're patriots that someone else over those 100 and something years has used to get into the DAR. And so I looked up to see if any of my ancestors were there, and I found 18 of them.
Wow.
So I picked one and put a notice in to that national organization, because I didn't know anything about any chapters around, that I'd like to be a member. They forwarded that request to a local chapter, and that's how I ended up in Mary Ellen Robertson.
Yeah, and as you said, the Revolutionary War really wasn't down here, but you're from where?
Well, my ancestor, and most of them are from North Carolina, and some from South Carolina, but the one I joined under was on my mother's side of the family from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. And what did she do?
It was a he.
Okay.
His name was William Davidson, and he was in the North Carolina militia, and he did serve at the Battle of Kings Mountain, which is probably the biggest battle that the South had during the Revolutionary War.
I have a friend of mine. You ever heard of Seth Warner?
No.
General Seth Warner?
Mm-mm.
He's from Vermont, I think. I shouldn't talk too much about it because I'm not really quite sure, but he was with the Green Mountain Boys.
Oh, Ethan Allen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was his great uncle, something like that.
Oh.
So, yeah. But you guys work with the Sons of the American Revolution, too? Do you do events together or anything like that?
We do sometimes. I think last year we gave for one of the homeschool units in Howey in the Hills, we joined with the SAR and gave a program to their students one day. There was a Liberty Tree commemoration.
I remember that. Yeah.
And we joined with the SAR at that event. So,
excuse me.
Mm-hmm, we do. Yeah.
Okay, in the near future, what are you doing?
Well, we're just getting ready to start up again in September. So the first thing that we've done is plan some incredible programs. All of our meetings begin with a program, and it's not long, 20 to 30 minutes, and it's something having to do with patriotism or history, and we have some great ones coming up this year. And anybody who wants to can come to our meetings. You don't have to be a member. You don't even have to be interested in being a member. As a matter of fact, you can come. But we don't want you to. We're not going to let you be a member.
Even you, Bob.
But because we have such great programs, we really want to be able to share that with the community.
I'm all for that because that's what we're all about is history.
Right.
And sacrifice, honor, and all that. That's what we're all about here.
Right.
And I think it's great what you're doing. But if somebody wants to know, they got to go on the computer and they go to the DAR.
There are several ways you can find us. The easiest would be if you go on the computer, Mary Ellen Robertson, not Robinson. A lot of people make that mistake. It's Robertson.wixsite.com. That's our website, and that gives you a direct link. There's if you go to the menu, there's something that says contact. If you go on there, You can give your information to us, and, women can let us know they're interested, and that's how we get started.
Excuse me. I see you ladies in the parades, too.
Yes, we do parades sometimes.
Yeah, I see you there, yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay.
You probably also have maybe seen us if you ever attend any of the Wreaths Across America events.
I have.
We do that
Matter
every
of fact,
year.
I've emceed a couple of them.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
Lone Oak Cemetery.
That's where we are. We participate there along with other groups as well. The SAR, that's another event we do with them, and the other Leesburg group, DAR group. Every year we do that. And we also place flags at Lone Oak Cemetery for Veterans Day and Memorial Day. That's an ongoing event, which we'll be doing again this year as well.
You try to get the kids involved in that, too, right?
Yeah.
It should be.
Also, the cemetery at Bushnell, the National Cemetery at Bushnell, they're working on a memorial.
It's funny you mention that, Candy, because we just, this week on our YouTube, is all about the monuments they want to put in Bushnell.
Okay.
They have a beautiful one there now.
Yes.
It's for Gold Star family.
It is beautiful.
But they're going to do Revolutionary War,
That's
Vietnam.
where we come in.
Yeah.
So we've been working on that, the Lake Sumter Regents, so all of the chapters in that group, we're working on what our contribution is going to be towards that. We've done fundraising for that already, and we're just kind of waiting for that to all come to fruition now. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I am too, because, I had the pleasure of talking to a couple of the gentlemen here on the show, and then, of course, I talked to Doug Gardner, who's kind of head of it.
He's heading it up, yes.
Yeah, and he was a lieutenant in the Army, too. But anyway, they're working very hard on that, and I think a lot of people, we should get behind it. They talked about, well, we need somebody with a lot of money or something. They said, how about you, Bob? And I said, I could write you a check, but it would bounce from here to California.
Well, they say that cemetery is the second most visited of the national cemeteries in the states, not counting Arlington.
Oh, I can believe
and
that.
So, and it doesn't really have anything until they did the Gold Star monument. There really wasn't anything there, so they felt like it was really important to have some sort of big memorial there since it's visited so often.
Yeah, it is a very big cemetery, and you're right. And there's also a lady there that's trying to put one in for service dogs,
Oh.
And I can't think of her name right now, and I should be able to, but I can't. And there, but everything has to go through the VA.
Yes.
So you can't just do one for a dog, but you can do one with a dog and a soldier, maybe, but it all has to be approved.
They do have very specific requirements. So
Yeah,
it takes a little bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, and they got several committees working on it, and it's going to take a long time, but I applaud them all and salute them all for what they're trying to do. And so you guys meet, what day of the week?
We meet on Saturdays, the third Saturday of every month. And our first meeting will be September 17th, which is Constitution Day. Later that day, we'll be ringing the bells. And we do that September through May.
Okay, and your meeting is open to anyone, even me, you said.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but what time is it?
We meet at 10 a.m. And we're meeting, actually, we're a Leesburg chapter, but we're meeting in Howey in the Hills right now. When COVID hit, we lost our meeting place in Leesburg. They closed down for that type of thing. So we ended up in Howey at the community room, which was brand new, which is it joins the library, the Mary Ann Beck Library there. And it's 112 West Central Avenue in Howey, and that's where we meet at 10 o'clock, third Saturday.
Okay, do you want to put out anything else? We pretty much covered the website and everything, phone numbers or anything like that you might want to say, or do you want to talk about a certain upcoming event?
Well, gee.
And we realize this won't be on for probably October, November.
Okay. We don't have a specific event that I can talk about right now, but we do in October, we do what we call Day of Service. And we'll be doing something that day as a chapter for our day of service, which is a national thing that all the DAR chapters do. Last year we did the Haven, which of Lake and Sumter counties. We are affiliated with them. We actually have, what we did last year was we adopted a room and we painted it. We bought all new bedding, wall hangings, curtains. So we totally redid a room there. And that's our room now, and we're going to keep that up. Every year we're going to go in and see what needs to be updated or redone there. So that was our day of service last year. We also did an event last year, which may end up being, we might do something having to do with conservation. I don't know. We did, Mount Dora has a Earth Day Festival, and we did an event there. We made, with kids, we made birdhouses out of recycled materials, like milk cartons and things like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was a great event. Those kids loved it. It really went over well. But we'll have an event coming up for our day of service. We're not quite sure what it'll be this year, but that'll be in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we pretty much covered it, Candy.
Okay.
And unless there's something else you want to put in there.
No, I don't think so.
And you say hello to Cheryl for me.
I will.
You know, I know she goes off and does on trips and leaves you to do all the work, right?
No, I could never begin to do the amount of work
I
she
know.
does. She is fantastic.
I know. I've met her, and she is, you're right, fantastic.
Yes,
very dedicated
absolutely.
woman.
Yes.
And all you guys are very dedicated. So I'm glad you came on the show to talk a little bit about the Daughters of the American Revolution, and maybe you'll get some more members out of this, you know.
Oh, that would be great.
Know.
That would be great. We always love new members.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye now. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. To all our veterans out there, active military and their families, we salute you for all you do. Till next time.